Hi everyone, Maris from Maris Art. In this video I'm going to show you how to attach one of these charms to the back of your book. This one I've made for my granddaughter's book, photo book of Vietnam. I've got a 3-part video on how you sew in your signatures and how you make a front cover, and then how you put in the inside lining papers in the cover. So this little short video, I hope it's short unless it goes wrong, is just how you do this. It's got things on it that I just think are a bit oriental looking, some little dragonflies, some shapes. This here is actually a bracelet that she made for me when she was a little girl, and I thought that went with it quite nicely. If you don't know how to do beading, because I can't show you all the beading because that's like another 10 videos, then what you can do is you can go to your local thrift shop or your, we call them op shops, and get yourself some bracelets. And then all you have to do is use one of these rings here, which is called a jump ring, right? And if you're doing bracelets, that's all you need, is just one jump ring. You'd probably be able to find them online somewhere. So what I'm doing with this book is I'm just making a hole here through. Be careful when you put your awl through that you don't put it through your finger. And I'm just making it big enough to take that jump ring. So now it's got a hole there, which you can see quite nicely. I've propped the book up with some phone books each side, so that it actually takes the weight of the charm, because it's easier to do like that. This is going to be quite difficult to film like this because usually I have it between my knees sitting down. Right? So if it looks a bit awkward, it's not awkward if you hold it between your knees. So this is a book that's got that already attached through a hole. You can see it's just a hole. And this is about, well, this book's about maybe 5, 6, 7 years old, and it's been used quite a lot, and it sits on my shelf up like that, and you can see the hole is not damaged, the back of the book is not damaged at all, so it works really well. If you want to put an eyelet in the hole, then what you have to do is you have to put the eyelet in before you put your signatures in, because I can't get one in now unless you've got one of those. I don't think you'd even be able to do it with a crocodile once you've got your signatures in. Right? So what I did was I eyeballed this down and went, oh, that's about the place that it should be, right, that hole. And then I eyeballed it into the middle. I don't bother be that fussy. Right? Other people are not going to measure it and go, oh, you're a centimetre out. Right? So what I'll do is I'll just see if I can zoom in on that. It's a bit difficult because I'm actually hanging over the table now, but we'll manage. So what you're going to do is, when you look at this little jump ring, it's actually got a little gap there, right? And that gap is where you open it. Now you don't open it by pulling it out this way, right? If you do that, you'll never ever get it back together. And if you do get it back together, you'll have a square or an oval or a wonky shape. So you don't do that. So what you need is some little pliers. These are actually jewellery pliers. They're quite tiny. Let me see if I can get it down here for you. And I've got a couple of pairs because I do a lot of jewellery making as well. So you clamp it on one side of that little slit there, and then you clamp it on the other side of the little slit. Right? And then what you're doing is you're pushing one side away from you and pulling the other one towards you, so that you end up with a nice gap like that. Right? Then this, got to do it without all the things falling off. This is why they're on the book itself. This is going to go through that hole, so I might do it this way. So you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing at the moment because I just got to be able to see what I'm doing. Get in there. It's because it's got lots of layers, this book, and it's that strange paper. It doesn't really want to go through it. I might just get my awl and go around again and do it with it's through. So what I'm doing now is turning it round to the front so you can actually see it. Put the weight up there. Prop it up again. Hard. So it's through the hole. So then you get one side with your pliers again and the other side with the pliers again, and you push them both together. And then check it, because the first time you do it, it never quite goes. And there you go. It's together. And it is held nicely in place. There you go. So there's our book, all beautifully finished. Doesn't it look lovely? I hope yours looks as well. That's good. So this is quite nicely dried, and of course I've put the back one in as well. Right, hope you enjoyed that series of videos. The next series I'm going to do for you is looking at all my books, their covers, and giving you different ideas for how to cover your books. I worked out yesterday that I'd actually made 28 of these books, some for gifts and some for me. So hope you enjoyed that. Bye. Go play.